Hi viewers, welcome to Gani's YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to explain you how to create this type of fabrication drawing in Tekla structures. Okay, let's start. Open Tekla structures with Indian environment. Now I'm going to create column. So click on steel and select this column and click on here to place the column. Right click on mouse interrupt. Use the shortcut Ctrl 4 for render view. Now double click on this column to edit. By default we have profile ISMB 400. Just keep it. Now we're going to change the top level 4000 level and bottom level 0 from the ground. Now click on modify and close it. Now we're going to create same column at here. So select this column and click on here to place the column. Now I'm going to create intermediate column. So click on here at midpoint to create column like this. Right click on mouse interrupt. Now I'm going to change this profile. So double click on this column. Click on here profile catalog. Let's take ISMB 250. Now click on apply. OK. Now click on modify to see the result like this. Now close this window here. Now I'm going to create beam between these two columns. So select this beam and pick the first point here. Now pick the second point at end point of this column. Right click on mouse interrupt. You can see now I have beam like this. Now I want to edit this beam, so double click on it. You can see now I have beam profile by default ISMB 300. Now I'm going to change the part number here P and assembly number B. Now click on modify it and close it. Right click on mouse interrupt. Now I'm going to create connection between this column to beam. So go to application components by using the shortcut Ctrl F, or you can click on here to open this window. In search bar type number 144 connection. You will get this end plate 144 connection. So select this component and pick the main part as a column and pick the secondary part as a beam. Now close this window here. Right click on mouse interrupt. Click on space. Right click on mouse redrawing. Now zoom it here. Use the shortcut Ctrl R and pick the rotation point here. Now use the control and mouse middle button to rotate like this. Right click on mouse interrupt. Now I'm going to edit this connection, so double click on it. On connection. Now click on this plate tab. In plates, you can change this plate thickness. For example, let's take here plate thickness 12 thickness. Click on modify to see the result. You can see now this plate thickness should be 12 millimeter. Now we're going to change this plate prefix and start number. So let's take here end plate prefix P and start number 1. Now click on modify it. Now I'm going to create stiffeners at top and bottom level. So go to stiffness tab. Let's take plate thickness 6 millimeter stiffeners and prefix you need to take P and start number always take 1. Now click on modify to see the result. You can see you will get like this. Now go to bolts tab. Now let's take bolt size 20 millimeter. Now tolerance 2. Now click on modify it. You can see now this bolt size should be 20 millimeter. Now I'm going to change this bolt length and width. So let's take a middle in lengthwise, and widthwise also we need to take middle. Let's take edge distance in lengthwise 100 and 100 and 2, and I'm going to take here 110. Click on modify it. You can see now this 100 millimeters indicates the spacing between bolt to edge of this plate, and this 2 indicates the number of bolts 2 in lengthwise. You can see 1 and 2, and spacing between these two bolts should be 110 between these two bolts. Similarly, when to enter in widthwise, you can see from bolt to bolt spacing. Let's take edge distance 40 millimeter and number of bolts 2 in widthwise, and we're going to take the spacing between these two bolts 40 millimeter, 80 millimeter. Let's take 80. Now click on modify it. You can see you will get like this. For more details about this connection, I have clearly explained in my previous videos. Please go to my channel and watch it. Now click on modify, apply, OK. Now I'm going to create same connection at here. So go to application components by using the shortcut Ctrl F. Select this component end plate 144 and select the main part as a column and pick the second part as a beam. Now close this window. Right click on mouse interrupt. Click on space. Right click on mouse redrawing. You will get the same property, same as this entered in this connection. So No need to change the values in this component. If you want to verify, then double click on it, click on this plates tab. You can see we have entered plate thickness 12 mm, prefix start number, and go to bolts tab. You can see 22, and we have same spacing we have entered in previous component. So click on OK. Now I'm going to create connection between this beam to this column, intermediate column. So go to application components by using shortcut Control F. In search bar, type number 39. You will get this component seating number 39. So select this component and pick the main part as this column, and pick the secondary part as this beam. Now press the scroll button to create a connection. You need to press the scroll button on your mouse to create this connection. Now close this window, right click on mouse, interrupt, click on space, right click on mouse, retrieve. Now use the shortcut Control R and pick the rotation point here. Now use the control and mouse middle button to rotate like this, and zoom it here by using the scroll, right click on mouse, interrupt. Now I'm going to edit this connection. Use the shortcut Shift 4 for render view for connections. Now double click on this connection to edit. Now click on this parts tab. In parts, you can change this plate thickness here. Let's take here 12 mm. Now I'm going to enter prefix P and start number 1, and click on modify to see the result. You can see you will get like this. Now go to bolts tab. In bolts, you can change this bolt size. For example, let's take here 16 dia, and tolerance we're going to take 2, and enter the edge distance here in lengthwise 80 and 80, number of bolts 2, and spacing between these two bolts, let's take here 100. Now click on modify. You can see you'll get like this. Now coming to widthwise spacing, let's take here 40 40, let's take 30, edge distance, number of bolts 2, and spacing between these two bolts 80 mm in widthwise. Click on modify it, and you can see you'll get like this. Now use the shortcut Control 2. You can see now this 30 indicates the edge distance from bolt to edge of this plate in widthwise. This is the width of this plate. Now this 2 indicates the number of bolts 2 in widthwise. You can see 1 and 2, and spacing 80 between these two bolts. Similarly in lengthwise also, this 80 indicates the edge distance from bolt to edge of this plate, and this 100 indicates the spacing between these two bolts. Okay. For more details about this connection, I have clearly explained in my previous videos. Please go to my channel and watch it. Now I'm going to enter the stiffness here. So click on this parts tab. Let's take plate thickness, stiffener thickness 6 mm, and prefix P, and start number 1. Click on modify it. You can see now I have stiffness like this. Now click on modify, apply, OK. Click on space, right click on mouse, retrieve. Now use the shortcut Control 4 for render view like this. Okay, now I'm going to create assembly drawing for this beam. Before that, we need to create numbering. So click on this drawings and reports. Click on here perform numbering and select this beam, and click on here perform numbering and select this option number series selected objects to create numbering for this beam. Now select this option save numbers. You can see numbering completed. Now I'm going to create assembly drawing for this beam. So select this beam, right click on mouse, create drawings, and you need to select this option, select assembly drawings. You can see create drawing finished, one drawing created successfully. To open this drawing list, use the shortcut Control L, scroll it. You can see now I have assembly number B1 for this beam. So double click on it, beam, to open. Now close this window here. Initially you will get this drawing like this. Now I'm going to create this drawing from basics. So just remove top view, drag and select and delete it, and delete this section view. Now I'm going to delete all dimensions. So use this option, select dimensions in drawings. So double click on this option to activate only this option. Now drag and select all dimensions. Now delete it. Now use this option, select all, to activate all filters. Now zoom it and select this whole dimension and delete it. and select this B1 and delete it, and select this rectangle and use the left mouse key, drag and place it here like this. You can see now we have beam and we have end plate and we have stiffeners here and we have end plate. You can call it as a connection plate. Okay, now I'm going to remove this center line, so double click on this center line and you can see now we have center line option here. Remove this tick mark. Now click on modify, apply, OK. You can see in this drawing we need to create orientation mark, so double click on this beam I section profile and select this option orientation mark, click on modify, apply, OK to create orientation mark symbol like this. Now we need to create part marks for these parts, so select this I section beam, right click on mouse, add mark and applied to create part mark here. Initially we have B1, this is the assembly number, you can see one beam marked as a B1, this is the assembly number, so we need to create here part number to indicate in bill of material. You can see P1, P2, P3 like this. So double click on this B1. Now remove this assembly position and select this part position, click on add to add here. Now click on modify to see the result here. We have P1. If you want to remove this frame, click on this general and click on here and select without frame option, click on modify it to create like this. If you want to create arrow here, now click on here arrow and select this option arrow type. Now click on modify, apply, OK like this. Okay, click on here on part mark. Now you can drag and place it here like this. If you want to move with arrow, now select it and use the option shift and left mouse key and drag and place it like this. You need to use shift and left mouse key. Okay, if you want to move this part mark without moving this arrow, now just click on it by using the left mouse key and drag and place it like this. Okay, now I'm going to create part marks for remaining parts, so select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and applied and click on it and hold shift and left mouse key to drag and place it like this with the proper position. Similarly, we need to create this part mark for stiffeners. Drag and select it. We have two stiffeners here, one here and other side. So drag and select it, right click on mouse, add mark and applied to create like this. You can see P5 is the part number for the stiffener and BS indicates the both side. We have two stiffeners, so one side near side and far side, so we need to indicate here both side. Similarly, drag and select it, right click on mouse, add mark and applied and place it here properly like this. Now select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and applied like this. You can see now we have total part marks. You can see now we have P1. In our bill of material, we have profile ISMP 300 and material grade IS 2062 and quantity 1 with the length and area weight. Similarly, you can see P2, we have two P2 and P2 here, two plates. You can see in our bill of material, we have P2 with a profile here, thickness and width, and we have length and quantity 2. Now coming to stiffeners, part number P5, we have both side, 2 quantity here and 2 quantity here. Total we have 4 quantity. You can see in our bill of material we have P5 with a quantity 4. Okay, now we need to create single part drawing for these parts P1, P2 and P5. So select this P1 part, right click on mouse, create single part views. Now select this rectangle and drag and place it here. By default we have front view and top view. Now drag and select this top view and delete it and zoom it here. You can see by default we have total length and whole dimension and whole size. Okay, now what create from basic, so just remove this dimension and part mark here and remove this dimension and whole size. Initially we need to maintain the scale here. In our drawing we have scale, just double click on this rectangle to see the scale. You can see by default we have scale 1/10, so we need to maintain same scale in single part also for better view. So double click on this inside rectangle. You can see by default here 1 by 5. So we need to enter here 1 by 10. So select here and select 1 by 10. Click on modify it. You can see you'll get like this. If you want to increase the length a little bit, then go to attributes 2, enter here 300, click on modify it and click on OK. You can see now I'm going to place this single part drawing here. So select this inside rectangle and drag and place it here like this. Then I'm going to remove this center line. So double click on the center line. Now remove the center line here. Now click on modify, apply, OK, like this. Now I'm going to create part mark for this part. So select this part, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now drag and place it like this. Okay, now we have holes here. So now we need to create hole dimension. So click on this dimensioning, select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the next point here, next point and next point at this location. Now press the scroll button to place the dimension. Right click on mouse, interrupt, double click on this dimension. Now I want to change this text height. So click on this appearance. Let's take 2. Click on modify it. I'm going to change this arrow type. So click on here. Let's take this number 2. Click on modify it and apply OK like this. Okay, now I'm going to create hole size. So select this hole, right click on mouse, add mark and apply to create hole size like this. Now I'm going to place here. Double click on it. Now I'm going to change the text height. So select this size. Now let's take here 2. Click on modify it. If you want to remove this frame, click on this general and click on here and select this option without frame. Click on here and select the arrow. Click on modify, apply, OK like this. You can see 4 indicates the number of holes 4 and D indicates the dia 18 hole size. Okay, now we need to create section view. So click on this views and select this section view and pick the first point here and pick the next point here. Now pick the cut box first point here and pick the next point here. Now click on here to place the section view. You can see you'll get like this. If you want to place this section title at the bottom, now double click on this title, click on here labels tab and you can see by default you have label position above. Now click on here and select this below, click on modify it to place this view at bottom. If you want to remove this scale, then you can see A2 from below of this line we have A2, so just remove this mark. Now click on modify to remove this scale. Now click on OK. You can see in our section view we have this hatching. We don't record this hatching, so double click on this hatching, click on this fill and click on here and select none and click on modify to see the result. Similarly, we don't record this center line, so click on this content and remove this tick mark here, center line. Now click on modify, apply, OK like this. In our section view we need to mention this hole, so hole dimension. So click on this dimensioning and select this hole horizontal dimension. So pick the first point here, hole, and pick the next point at the middle of this flange and pick the next point at this hole and press scroll button to place the dimension like this. From center of beam to left side 40 millimeter and right side 40 millimeters. If you want to place only from hole to hole, you can place it from this option horizontal and pick the first point and next point and place it like this. Okay, we already have hole size here, so no need to mention here hole size. So just place this section like this. You can see now this section arrows are very big, so I'm going to reduce the size of this arrow. So double click on it. Let's take here arrow size 5. Now click on modify it to place the arrow like this. Now click on OK and drag and place it properly like this. Okay, We need to mention total length of this part, so select this horizontal distance and pick the first point and pick the next point here and press hold button to place the dimension. Right click mouse interrupt. You can see now here total length 5576. In our bill of material you can see 5576 total length, like this. Okay, this is more than enough to create P1 part. Now coming to P2, now select this P2 plate, right click on mouse, create single part view. You can see now I have created single part view here. So select this rectangle and drag and place it here. Now remove this section BB. We don't require this section and we don't require top view also. Just we require only this view. So just by default we have all dimensions and part mark. This is more than enough to create this plate and holes also. From basics we need to create from basics, so just remove this all dimensions. Now we're going to explain you from basics. So just remove dimensions and hole size. Initially we need to create plate part mark, so click on this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now select it, hold the shift and left mouse key to drag and place it here and use the left mouse key to adjust the position of this part like this. Now we need to create total width and length of this plate. To create plate, so select this horizontal distance and pick the first point and next point and press scroll button to place the dimension for total length of this plate. Now we need to create width, so select this vertical distance and pick the first point and next point and press the scroll button to place the dimension. Now you can see now we have total width and length of this plate. For thickness, you can see in our bill of material we have plate thickness 12 millimeter. Now we need to mention the hole width and hole length dimensions. So select this vertical distance and pick the first point and next point here, next point and next point and press scroll button to place the dimension. You can see now have edge distance 40 and hole to hole distance 80 and 40. Similarly, we need to create horizontal dimensions. So select this horizontal and pick the first point and next point here, next point and next point. Now press scroll button to place the dimension. Now select this dimension, you can adjust by using the left mouse key like this. You can see now we have hole dimensions, so we need to create hole size. So select this hole, right click on mouse, add mark and apply it to create hole size, just like this. Now select this hole and use the left mouse key and shift to drag and place it properly like this. You can see now we have part mark P2 and we have total length and width and we have hole size and hole dimension. Okay, these dimensions are more than enough to create this plate. So just place this plate properly at here. Now we have the single part drawing P1 and P2. Now you can see in our bill of material we need to create single part drawing for P5. So select this P5 plate, right click on mouse, create single part view. You can see now I have single part view here. Now just select this rectangle and drag and place it here. We don't require this section, so remove this section BB and remove this top view also. By default we have total length, width and this dimension. This dimension is more than enough, so just remove this dimension. We're going to create from basics. So initially we need to create plate part mark, so click on it, right click on mouse, add mark and apply to create part mark. You can see now we have part number P5 like this. Now we need to create total length of this plate and set this horizontal distance and pick the first point and next point and press scroll button to place the total length. Now we need to create total width, so select this vertical and pick the first point and next point and press scroll button to place the dimension. You can see now we have cutting dimension here, so we need to create this dimension. So select this horizontal distance and pick the first point and next point and press scroll button to place the dimension for this cutting like this. Okay, these dimensions are more than enough to create this plate and we have the part mark and we have dimension, total width and length, and cutting dimension. Okay, that's enough. So just drag and place it here like this. You can see now we have a single part drawings here to create this single parts in fabrication. Now coming to assembly, we need to create assembly dimensions here. So initially we need to create total length of this assembly. So select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the next point at the edge. Now press the scroll button to place the dimension like this. You can see now we have total length of this assembly 5600. Now coming to this P2 part should be welded to this P1. So we need to create section view and we need to mention the relation between this P2 and P1. So click on this view and select this section view and pick the first point here and pick the second point. Now pick the cut box first point and pick the cut box second point and place it here by using the left mouse key. Okay, we need to adjust this arrow little bit right side, so double click on this arrow. Let's take here 5, click on modify it. Okay, this is more than enough. Then click on OK and adjust this arrow. Just select it and drag and place it like this. You can see by default we had this dimension from center of beam to hole dimension we have 40-40. This dimension we require to place this beam should be at the middle of this plate. So similarly we are going to place this dimension vertically from dimensioning and set this vertical distance from hole to center of this beam and from hole, and press scroll button to place the dimension. Right click on interrupt. You can see now this dimensions indicates this plate should be at the middle of this beam. Okay, now I want to remove this hatching, so double click on it. Click on this fill and click on here and select none. Click on modify, apply, OK, like this. No need to mention the here hole size because we already mentioned hole size here to create this plate. Just we need to mention here part mark. So select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and apply to create part mark. This is the P2 plate. Similarly we need to mention the part mark for this beam like this. This is a P1 beam and this is the P2 plate like this. Similarly we can see now we have this plate position at the middle of this beam. Now we need to mention weld size here. So go to annotations and click on here weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the next point to create weld mark. We need to mention here weld size around weld, so double click on it. You can change this weld size here. Currently we need to mention near side weld, so you need to remove this here and enter here 6 and select this option and remove this option here. Now this is a single side weld. We need to create around weld, so click on here and select around, click on modify, apply, OK, like this. Similarly we need to create same section at here, so click on this section view, go to views and select this section view and pick the first point and pick the next point here and pick the cut box first point and pick the cut box second point and click on here to place the section and click on here and just adjust these arrows. Now this vertical dimension, horizontal dimension is more than enough. Now we're going to create vertical dimension, so select and delete it. Now select this dimensioning and select vertical distance and pick the first point and next point at the middle of this beam and next point at the middle of this center of the hole and press the scroll button to place the dimension. Now I'm going to remove this hatching, so double click on it, click on fill, click on here and select none, click on modify, apply, OK. Okay, that's it. We need to create weld mark here, so go to annotations and select this weld mark and click on here and place it here like this. Now coming to this P5 plate, we need to create section here. Before that we are going to adjust this single part drawings, so just select it and drag and place it here. Now I'm going to place this plate here. Now let's take this plate at this location. Okay, now I'm going to create section and place it here. So zoom it. Now select the views and select this section view and pick the first point and pick the second point and pick the cut box first point and pick the cut box second point and place it here. You can see now has section like this, section DD like this. Now remove this hatching, double click on it, go to fill and click on here and select none, click on modify, apply, OK. You can see now we have stiffeners like this. Now remove the center line, so double click on it, remove center line here, click on modify, apply, OK. Now we need to create the dimensions from edge of this beam to this stiffener dimension. So go to dimensioning and select this horizontal distance and you can pick the first point at here, edge of this beam, I section profile, and pick the next point here and you can pick the next point here. And pick the next point at the edge of this beam and press the scroll button to place the dimension and drag and place it properly like this. You can see we have like this. You can also mention this whole dimension also. We already mentioned here whole dimension, so no need to mention here. Otherwise you can mention this stiffener distance from hole to stiffener dimension also instead of creating this dimension. For example, select this horizontal distance and pick the first point here and pick the next point edge of this stiffener like this. You can also create this dimension also instead of creating this dimension. Okay, currently this dimension is more than enough, so just remove this dimension like this. Okay, now coming to section view, section DD, you can see now here section DD. Okay, now I'm going to create part mark in section view. So select this stiffener, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Similarly, we need to create part mark here, add mark and applied like this. Now select this beam and right click on mouse, add mark and applied like this. Okay, now we need to create weld mark. You can create here also, otherwise you can create weld mark here. Go to annotations and select this weld mark and now coming to here, click on here and pick the second point here to create weld mark. Here we need to create 3 side weld, so double click on it, single side, we need to mention 3 sides, so remove this round weld, click on modify it. Now we need to mention 3 sides, so enter here 3 side. Now click on modify, apply, OK. You can see 3 side indicates this you need to weld this weld size single side on this side and this side and this side. Okay, similarly we need to mention here 3 side weld, otherwise you can mention typical in this text. Double click on it, in bracket into mention here typical, TYP indicates the typical for remaining stiffeners also like this. Okay, this is more than enough in this drawing. Okay, now I'm going to adjust this drawing, so just place it here, section view, section DD, click on this, select this DD and pick this point and drag and place it here. You can adjust this text position as you required. Okay, like this. Okay, that's it about how to create fabrication drawing for this beam in Tekla structures. Now use the shortcut Ctrl S for save this drawing. Now close this window here. Now go to drawing list by using the shortcut Ctrl L. Now scroll it. You can see now we have created this assembly drawing. So now I'm going to convert this drawing into PDF. So select this drawing, right click on mouse, click on this print. Now select this option, PDF file. Click on here, open folder when finished the drawing, conversion. Now click on here to see the preview and scroll it down. Select this option. You can convert this drawing into color or black and white as you required. Now click on print to convert this drawing into PDF. Similarly, you can export this drawing into AutoCAD file. So select it, right click on mouse, select this option export. Now select this option, open folder when finished this drawing. Now you can see now we have drawing type DWG. DWG indicates a AutoCAD file. So click on here. You can change this DXF file also. Now click on here export to export this drawing into PDF. Now close this window and close it. Okay, that's it about how to create assembly drawing for this beam in Tekla structures. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you have any doubts, please comment below. For more Tekla structure related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla structure related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading a new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.